Welcome to Blank Pages, the podcast, a podcast for people who appreciate the new beginnings of a clean slate, but strive for the courage, willingness, and curiosity and creativity available only on the blank pages of new possibilities. It's the potential to move beyond and move forward, where people are willing to make new decisions from fresh perspectives and are ready to write in a much better way. The world is waiting, and nothing listens better than a blank piece of paper. So hello, friends. Welcome to another episode. I'm so excited that you're joining me today and that you're with me and you're sharing some of your I think, special quality time, especially those who are listening over a holiday break. I am getting this one out a little bit late, but hey, it's still coming out the same week. I've been doing a lot of things, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of life things happening, a lot of good life things, people things. But hey, I'm so excited to be here with you today because today I'm going to finally talk about this community that I have put together and put out. Now, the thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to be salesy. Okay, because I am not doing salesy. I mean, we're always selling. If you're a person who's trying to get a job, you're selling yourself. If you're a person who's, trying to become part of a team, you're selling yourself. If you go do a tryout or an audition, you're selling yourself. If you want to be in a relationship with someone, you're selling yourself. It's just what we do. It's how we present ourselves. So what I'm going to do is present this wonderful opportunity that I believe that's there for people and the reason behind it and what you'll get out of it. It's that simple. So if you're listening and you're new to the show and you're going, what is this guy talking about? I'm literally getting on a podcast listening to this because someone referred it to me. And the first thing he's going to talk to me about is something around selling. No, that's not what's happening. So if you're listening for the first time, or it's only a couple of times you've listened, this is one of the only few times you're going to hear me talk about something like this. And the reason I'm doing it is what's behind my vision for why I'm actually doing it. And one of the things that I've learned in my 20 plus years of being able to be self-employed in working in a world where I believe there's a lot of potential for people who want to do more, be more, and have more in their life. And their reason for being and doing and having is for them to figure out and not for anyone else. We don't need to be outsourcing that to other people. So, so if you're listening to the show, if you're on Amazon Music, if you're on Spotify Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, or if you're listening on Substack, which I just got a new follower on Substack, which those of you listening on Substack, I promise I'm going to start putting the stuff in there. It's just getting all these different pieces moving around. And I don't have a perfect plan or perfect map, but I'm going to start putting some things in there, as I've said before. So a buddy of mine just joined Substack, and I saw that he's a 20 plus year veteran of working with Apple. And so if he's listening to this podcast, he knows who I'm talking about, but he jumped on there. But if you're on Substack, yes, you can listen there. Odyssey or Audible, this podcast is available. So please listen to the show, share it with other people. I promise you in this show, the only thing I'm going to do is give you 20 to 30 minutes of hopefully useful information that's going to help you in your life journey. It's going to add value to you and to the things that you want to do. Hopefully it's entertaining, but it's mostly to provide, I hope, stuff that's going to help you with develop your courage, your moral courage, your personal integrity, help you with honorable behavior, help you to dream big, those types of things. That's what I'm interested in doing. So that's what this podcast is about. And also helping you to start off with fresh perspectives, like being willing to not just always include everything. I mean, information is great. Hindsight is 20/20, and we know that. But sometimes we just need to be fresh with what we're doing. Just start fresh. And you'd be surprised with what happens with that. So today, I'm going to introduce to you the Uphill community, which is called, for us, it's Tuck. And so I like to say tucked in the community, tucked in there, or in Tuck. In the Uphill community. Now, this community is, I'm sure you've heard of Facebook groups and all these other things that are out there. And people use different types of plans and processes, and you hear people that do challenges and they can do them on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. Basically, what I'm doing is I am literally putting together a community, or I have already started the community, and I started with a beta run of folks that were 25 or 30, that were people that I handpicked to go through and took one of the courses that I do with other with companies and individuals that I've done these courses with. But I took a course and I reduced it down to 7 weeks. And what we basically did was test the platform. And so we have a platform that has its own app. And in that app, it doesn't matter if it's Android or iPhone. It is amazing. It's so simple to use. If I go live in the app, it pops up inside the app. Any content that we create stays in the app. The group gets to talk and chat within the app. They don't have to jump over to another group, log into another thing, go to another board. Everything is right there. There's complete and total engagement with all the members. The members know each other. They get to learn one another. All their interests are there. Everything populates, which is so cool. So let's just say you join the group and you like music. Well, all the members in the group or in the community that like music, you will see who those folks are. If they like leadership, if they like, arts or anything like that, you'll see it begins to, because of technology with AI, it begins to organize the people according to interest. So you're able to find people within that realm of interest that you like. Now, what is this community going to do? So the way that I'm doing this community, it's not like what a lot of folks do with online courses. This is not what that is. Inside the community, it's all about the learning. And so let me tell you why, the vision behind the Uphill community. So my genesis at the beginning of what I'm doing is I had Uphill Strategies. And with Uphill Strategies, it's because I was mentored by John Maxwell. I'm obviously in my 50s now, but when I was when I was early 20s, I met John Maxwell and I had a brief exchange with him around some things, and it set me on fire. And from that point on, I learned that anything worth having is uphill. And you can't go uphill with downhill habits. And I am in love with personal growth and development. I am a person who believes that, when things are broke, it's your responsibility to work on fixing them. Anything that's within your wheelhouse or within your influence or within your control, it's your responsibility. If you broke it, you say you're sorry and you repent. You ask for forgiveness, and then you work on making the changes. That's the best gift you can give to somebody, is to change. But also when it comes to you to improve and to grow and to have vision, it's important for you to not just do those things or find out what it's going to take to get there, but also who are the people that you're going to go with, and to get properly aligned with people so that you can grow with people. Because everyone that says they're going to go along doesn't mean that everyone says they're going to come along doesn't mean they're going to go along. And not everybody is meant for the journey. And there are sometimes it's just points of intersections with people that are just for a season or for a time. And that's understandable. It can be sad, but we have to learn how to grow with people. And sometimes there's the necessary endings for whatever reason. Hopefully that it's not setting bridges on fire and burning things down, but hopefully that even if there is a fraction or if there's something that's broken, do your best to repair those things so that you can move forward. Because in life, there are going to be the good things that happen and the bad things that happen. You can count on that. The question though is what are you going to do? That's where the uphill stuff comes in. So as a coach, and what I do, and as I get to work as a guide and a coach, and I work with teams and I help individuals, I've worked with people that are high executives, from a lieutenant governor in a state to pro athletes to entrepreneurs that go from nothing to building multi-million-dollar companies, to right now, a client that I'm working with is an Inc. 500 company that has grown over 6,000% with over 1,100 employees. And my job is I get to work with the leaders, to work with them to be servant leaders. And it's such a joy to do. And so I get to work with all these different people. And here's the thing about it. Is I don't have I work one way with one group and another way with another. No, I'm the same person. I get to be the same person, which is part of the mindset that I have in Uphill. You have to be clear on who you are. You have to be clear on how you're going to show up. You have to be clear on what it is that you're going to do based on your values that you have. You have to know what is your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and financial shalom or peace, your well-being. What does that look like so that you're able to tailor that and fit that together with other people? That's the community part. So as I've been doing all this for years and I've had great things happen, bad things happen, things in between happen, my focus has been the same, that I want to help people unlock and release their potential. I want them to discover it. I want them to bring it into their conscious awareness. I want them to make different decisions on it, take the actions and own the outcomes that they have. But I also want them to be able to maximize that, to be able to get the fullness out of it. And that's not for everyone, because you have people that are in the good enough life. They're cool with it's good enough. And for me, I'm not into good enough. I don't like, if you're going to live, why live average? We, I believe, can take ordinary and become extraordinary. And it's not that I'm not satisfied. It means I am not, what it means is I'm content with life and I'm content with outcomes and decisions. What I'm not content with is when I know that there's more and I haven't done my best, or when I know that there's more and I haven't connected with whom I need to connect with, or I haven't developed the way that I need to develop with someone, or I haven't grown, or I haven't done it the way that it should be done. That's when I am in discontentment. And so what I want to see people do is become discontent in the average. I want people to say, I don't want to do easy good. I want to do hard best. And hard best means that I will take on the difficult things and I will go after them because the best is on the other side of it. And the only way I can look at it is because I'm a Christian and I believe this. The hard best was Jesus going to the cross, and he embraced that cross, the shame of the cross. And everything that would be, the embarrassment, didn't defend himself, but it wasn't that it held him, he put himself on it for what was on the other side of it. So that's what that means in my world for what is the cross? What is the thing? What is the hard best that you're willing to do to get to the other side? What is it? And that is what we need more of, I believe, in life. So this community that I've put together, and I believe that I have the vision for, it's based on the many years of going into companies and seeing people not just want to show up and come to work and just be a number, or to say you're only promoting me because I'm a minority. I'm a minority. I get that. I don't want people choosing me because of my color. You know, my gifts make room for me. My talents make room for me. And these are the things that I want to do. And here's the thing. There are people who can thwart and come against that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I have had more things go my way and not go again, regardless of what people have done to hold me back. More things have happened for the good. And it's because I believe that when you show up that way and you teach yourself to know who you are and how you show up, that yes, things can hurt you, things said can harm you, the way people treat you can affect you. But ultimately, when you have stopped and you don't let those things live in your mind rent-free and occupy your mind with rent-free, and you choose to embrace greater calling and greater vision, and align yourself with other people who want to walk with you in that type of alignment, I promise you, you may not have many with you, but you will have the few needed to live an extraordinary life. And that's what I mean by that. It's not about getting all the likes and everybody to approve everything you do or say, because all of that doesn't matter. That to me is peripheral. It's auxiliary. It's adjacent. But I'm talking about the stuff that's in the mainstream, the stuff that you need in your life, the stuff that is going to be the resistance necessary for the tension needed in order for you to build the strength, the muscle, the know-how, the understanding for you to be that person that you know deep down inside you might be. Now, these are people that go to work every day, that they want a promotion, or they want to not just be a person who's skilled at their job, but they want to be effective. They want to not only just individuate, just show up and say, hey, I'm this person, I'm not lumped into a group, but they want to self-actualize. They want to see the physical equivalent of things that they can do, like the things that are made manifest from their mind. Like I got my iPhone in my hand right here, but this was in somebody's head until it became the phone, before it became the device. The microphone I'm talking to was in a mind before it became the device. Everybody wants to go to work. They want to be able to do things like that. They want to see it. And then ultimately, after they can individuate, make a difference, self-actualize, they want to know that they're making a difference. And so the drive behind me doing that, everywhere I go, when I go work with a company, I try to create community. I try to bring together the people that are struggling working together. I try to get the people on the same team that are pulling in different directions to understand that collaboration is the better way to go, because collaboration, yes, it is me admitting that I'm weak. That means I can't do it all by myself. But that admission of weakness allows us to collaborate, and it allows both of us to show up with our superpowers to be able to do something that's much bigger than ourselves. And so as the individual, myself, I show up and I get to work with a teammate to do my part, which is self-actualize, and then ultimately together we can make a difference. It's also when I go to companies and I work with leaders and I help them make the hurdle to realize that it's not just you pointing and telling people to do. It's not you showing up and giving, saying this is what I think and then asking everyone else what do they think? They're going to shut down. They're not going to answer. But it's learning how to serve the people that you lead. It's learning how to make space for them in the room. It's that when you lead, that you lead with understanding, that you also set the examples, that you understand how to do relationship with them. It's understanding the lowest level of leadership is a position. People follow you because they have to. Then the second level of leadership is permission. People follow you because they want to. But then you move to that third level of leadership where people follow you because of what you do. But then there's that fourth level of leadership. People follow you because of what you do. That's the development side, what you do for them and how you develop them. And then ultimately that legacy level, the pinnacle level, which we should always be in pursuit of, is people follow you because of who you are and what you represent. These are all the things that I do all the time. And here's what I get. Tim, do you have a video of that? Or Tim, do you have this? Or Tim, I wish I had access to that. Here's what I'm doing. I'm taking all of that I've done from within companies, the one-to-one coaching that I've worked with folks, on how to make changes and shifts and pivots in their mind, how to go have hard conversations, how to do necessary endings. I mean, how to repair broken things, like all of these little things that I've done in the 20 plus years of life, and even my mistakes and failures, I'm bringing it all into one space, into this community called the Uphill Community. And why the uphill community? Because if it's worth having, it's uphill, and you can't go uphill with downhill habits. And if you want to go uphill, you can't do easy good. It has to be hard best, because easy good is going to keep you at average and just keep you at basic. It's going to always keep you, and it's okay if it's what you want. It's always going to keep you at the glass half full, or half empty. Sorry, not half full. And I want you to get to the glass half full. So you say, now what does it take to fill the rest of it up to overflow? Because when you do glass half empty, which is easy good, what you're going to also do is set yourself up to not be disappointed and not to fail. Where is the faith in that? Where is the belief in that? That we're going to live a life that's based on trying not to do things to where you don't get your hopes up and get disappointed? I understand what faith is. Faith is us believing things that are invisible, things that we haven't seen, things that we hope for. And if you are taking away things that you aren't, if you're going to minimize your hope and lower your horizon, I also know a proverb that says when your hope is deferred, it makes your heart sick. And I know that there are so many people that I see in the world at all different levels, people with plenty of money and people with no money. And I can see the same constant, that there's a sickness in them because of a hope that's deferred. And how do you fix that? Well, you have to raise your faith to the level of your expectation. And if your expectation is low, your faith will remain low. So what do I like to do? I like to walk into rooms and work with people to raise expectations in order to engage them in faith. Because here's the thing. This is true. Behavior follows belief. And no person will consistently behave in a way that's inconsistent with how they see themselves. And so what I want to do is help people see themselves better. I want people to see who they are and how they show up. So that's the vision behind this community, to take what I do everywhere that I go and bring it together and offer it to folks to where, here's what's cool. There are people who will be able to meet in person when we do, and I'll talk about some of the things in the community that we meet in person to do, but most of it will be online, and you can jump in and out of it as you choose, and you can watch replays if you miss it. And it's we learn together, we grow together, we celebrate together. I mean, there's so much that will happen. But what we did with this first beta group was we took the course, we went through it, and people gave feedback and they applied their lessons and the things that they learned. And this was just to test the tools. But we did it around a lesson, which is for what I'll be doing. We will take an entire year, kicking off in January, the Uphill Community, which will launch January the 1st. December the 1st, it's going to open up to join the wait list, where you can begin to join the community. We'll have there's a couple of questions. We'll look at it to make sure it's a good fit. And then, you can join the community and become a member. And then we kick off in January. And every month there are themes that we work through. Every month it's on improving this stuff that I'm talking about. And it's around one signature idea that it's going to help you lift your life. We're going to take the things that, I don't care what it is that you're going through. I don't care what it is you're trying to accomplish. What we do throughout the year is going to help you. You ready? Be the protagonist in the story that you're living, but also help you solve your problem. But here's the cool part. You're doing it with a community of people who are doing the exact same thing. Now, maybe what they're trying to accomplish or do, repair, create for the first time, eliminate, reduce, no matter whatever their horizon is, it may be different than yours, but they're working on the same thing, and we are going to be the iron to help each other sharpen the iron. So, man, there's so much I can give to you out of this. So who's the target audience? Okay. Well, before I do that, let me tell you the core values. If you're a person and you're listening to this going, man, I'm excited about this. What is this thing? What can I learn more about it? Okay. Look, if you're a person who wants to always be learning, if you want to be every day getting better, that you want to improve in your personal and your professional life, and you want to face your challenges head on and keep growing, that's a core value. We're always learning. Number two, it's always a whole person focus. We focus on the entire person as a learner. I care about whether it's not a home you and a work you. It's not this is me. If you're an athlete, I'm an athlete. This is me as an athlete. This is me no, you're one person. You just wear a different hat. Because character is character no matter where you go. Integrity is integrity no matter where you go. It should not be subjective. It should not be conditional. We believe in the whole person. So if you want to always be learning, number one. Number two, you want a whole person focus. Number three, you want to do it with other people. So the third core value is stronger together. That its support makes a big difference. One of the things that you're going to learn if you join this community is life happens best in community. Or life change happens best in community. So we're going to cheer you on, offer you help, and push one another to do our best. That's the third. Number four, here's the fourth core value. We're going to get things done. So we're not going to just talk about goals. We're going to take the real steps to achieve these goals. We're going to help each other stay on track and make progress. The fifth thing that we're going to do is we're going to welcome your big dreams. We're not going to do glass half empty. We're going to do glass half full, and we're going to lift our horizons. That's what we're going to do. And if you're sick and tired of your eyes down low dream, or maybe you've been hit on the brow too many times, or somehow you've been knocked to the ground, hey, that's called being humbled. I'm humbled. I get humbled a lot. I was humbled recently, but that doesn't stop. I'm going to lift my eyes again, and I'm going to learn from it, and I'm going to grow. So the big dreams are welcome. That's the fifth one. Encourage you to think big and work towards your dreams. And we're going to help one another become better people as we reach for full potential. The sixth is we're going to keep climbing. So like going up that hill, it's going to take effort. But here's the thing. We're going to stick with it, even when it's tough, because we believe it's worth it. And so you're going to do that with your ride-along partners, people on the hill with you. And then here's the other thing. I'm a big person that believes we need grace along with the truth in some time. So here's the deal. The seventh one is real talk with kindness. That's the seventh core value, that we value honest conversations and being ourselves. We'll tell the truth, but we don't do it. But we do it with understanding. And guess what? We're also forgiving. We provide latitude, and there's space there. Number 8, fresh ideas. That is a core value. We bring together people who think differently. This helps us to come up with new solutions and help other people solve their problems in their unique way, to see things from different angles. The ninth one is learning with purpose, right? So we're going to learn with purpose on purpose. So there's going to be, whenever we do any of the learning experiences together in each month and each month's theme, we're going to do the things that will make you think. We want to expand your mind. We want you to have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset, that's going to help you grow in meaningful ways. And then the last is your choices. We're going to help you choose the uphill path. So in this community, the belief is that doing what's right, but not the thing that's so easy. That's what we're going to do. The objective right, the hard stuff. We see the difficulties as the chance to become stronger and better. Remember, if it's worth it, going uphill, that's where you have to go. Anything worth having is uphill. So we want you to do the hard best. So these themes, these that I gave you, these 10, number 1, always learning. Number 2, a whole person focus. Number 3, stronger together. Number 4, getting things done. Number 5, big dreams are welcome. Number 6, keep climbing. That's what we're going to do. Number 7, real talk with kindness. Number 8, fresh ideas. Number 9, learning with purpose. And number 10, choosing the uphill path. In other words, the hard best, not the easy good. If that gets you going, listen a little further now. Okay. So what would your experience be? What will you get in this community? What are the benefits? And so, I'm glad that you asked that question. What are the benefits that you're going to find in this community? So for me, I'm going to say I'm a little biased, obviously, but before I do that, let me just go ahead and say this. Who is this for? So do you have a vision or dream inside you? It's for you. If you value your personal growth and leading yourself or leading others, leading your family, and being better at making your decisions and choices, it's for you. Do you believe that life is better in community, and it's nice to be able to find people that are not going to come in with noise and nonsense, but are really working on things and that will have a growth mindset and allow you to be the person you need to be to grow, to improve? If that's you, then come on in. That's what I'm looking for. If you're a person who wants one of these 3 things, you need clarity for your choices. You're in transition, right? And you need clarity. You're trying to make changes. You're maybe thinking it's time for me to do this new thing. So you need clarity. Then you need to know what standards you need in order to take that clarity and focus it. What standards do you need to raise or do you need to establish? And then also, if you're a person who wants to be able to embrace your call to and for more, this is for you. Okay, so what will you get when you join? Well, there's going to be obviously a community. You have a full online from your computer, from your iPad, or from your phone. We're going to be working on, as the community grows with membership, people that are near one another to be able to meet up and do things together to build community relationships. But mostly online, you'll be able to step in and out. You'll be able to jump in there as we're learning together, which I'm telling you, the signature course that we'll be doing throughout the entire year, which is we learn together. It's all theme-based. And it's around, you can apply it to anything in your life, anything in your entire life. This thing that I have put together from the years of everything I've done in the professional space, personal space, everything, it works. And I have proven and tested it to work. And yes, here's the key. We're going to start with the horizon. And we're going to set your expectations higher, and we're going to define what it is that your horizon is. And that's where we're going to start. Okay. So what you're going to get is you're going to learn, you're going to have the resources necessary from the people, which is community is the people magic. That's what it is. And they will help you as they collaborate with you, speak into things. They don't need to be experts in your world. You need to be the expert in your world. And they're going to help you make decisions, and they're going to help you stay accountable. That's what's going to be cool about it. There's going to be weekly touch points that we have. So I'll have Q&A times, and I'll have guests that come on, and we'll do special talks with them around certain ideas within those themes as we move forward. And then there's going to be obviously the accountability groups that can form out of this. And then as I bring in other resources, you're going to have connections to those resources that are going to already be built into the community. And guess what? You don't have to jump in and out. It's all within one app. And so those of you who join the wait list, we'll do something showing you more of that, where you're able to see, what the community looks like. Okay. So the members have been saying some really, really good things. I mean, and I'm so pumped up about the ones that we already went through. And so some of the things that they love that were included in the membership that they're already a part of is they love the live events when we talk and we do live. They love when I curate resources and provide them to them. And then just the connection between the community. And here's the other part. Do you have to participate in everything? Is it loaded with pressure? Oh my God, I got to go to this thing. No. Everything is set up and it's very neatly laid out to where you'll be able to join or not join in. And if you miss it, you can come back at your leisure to follow up. And what's cool is all you have to do is look at chats and look at different things that are posted. All the resources are there. If there's video content that goes with it, you'll be able to watch that video and you'll be able to listen to it, or you'll be able to just look at the interaction that's happened within the community thread of talk and chat. Okay. And so again, if you're a person who's a dreamer, if you're a person who wants to dream again, if you're a person who, you're trying to get more out with your family, you're trying to build your business, if you're a leader and you run a company, you're trying to lead people better, or you're in a company and you want to grow. Listen, this is for you. Anyone who is ready to choose the hard best over easy good, anyone who's ready to take the next step, anyone who's sick and tired of trying to do New Year's resolutions beginning of the year and say, this is what I'm going to do. Listen, this community is for you. This culture is all about that challenge. It's all about, and that's how we're going to grow it. It's about people coming in and being authentic and honest and sharing difficulties. One of the cool things that we did was there were people who were that do retail sales that were in this last one. And they were just talking about, hey, how does this sound? We're in an economy that's a little weird in my industry. And they shared it with the group. And I didn't even know this. And these are people that I brought in relationally, all these different folks from different walks of life that I have friendships with and relationships with. And I didn't even know this about some of my friends, but they gave feedback to this other friend that was in the group that I had no clue that these folks knew what they needed and was able to speak into that, which was awesome because, again, it was all around them learning to build momentum. That was the theme for that talk. It was about momentum and connecting ideas. And so these other two members were able to speak to this other member and speak around their idea or their struggle, and that helped that individual go and make some different decisions to move forward. That's what happens in a great community. You can solve, I don't care if you're trying to write a book. I don't care if you're trying to launch a business. I don't care what it is you're trying to do. If you can join a community, join one. If it's not this one, please find one that is doing what I'm talking about. Not one that people jump in, and that's the other promise you have. They're not selling you stuff. No one in this community is going to be selling their ideas. As soon as a person tries to sell something, they're going to be told no selling in here. But if they do try to sell, they're going to, and they continue to do it, they're no longer going to be welcome as a part of that community because that's not what it's for. We're not doing that. And again, you're not going to be bombarded with ads and everything else because that's not where it lives. It lives in one space on one app that always updates, and it's so simple for you. So simple. So let me just simply go into this and wrapping up. What's included in this community, which if you want to join the wait list, which opens December 1st, Sunday, December the 1st, you'll be able to get on the wait list. You could even join right away if you want to, but you'll be able to get on the wait list to kind of preview some more, but you can join if you want. But we will be opening it up. There'll be calls to action and there'll be preparation prior to January 1 if you're going to get involved, because come January 1, we're going to hit the ground hard. Now, we're not talking about a bunch of homework because of the holidays. No, they're going to be little things that you're going to do to get yourself ready, because I want you to have a little bit of forward thinking before January 1. Again, not the same old tired New Year's resolutions. We're not doing that. we're doing something else. We're going to spend an immersive growth time together. And there are going to be opportunities throughout the year where we may open up to new members, but that's going to be members inviting members. That's how this will work. And that's the cool thing about this group. We're not just putting it up there and who wants to join. It's going to be members inviting members, because the community, we want it to stay healthy. We want that culture and that DNA that I've been talking about to stay real, to stay rich and stay true. So it's more than a subscription. If you join, you're going to step into your growth, connection, and leadership. So this is what's in the membership. It's a commitment also to yourself when you join and become a member. Again, it's not a subscription. It's a membership. When you join, you gain access to a space designed that's going to help you grow, lead, and connect with others on the same journey. So that's what you get when you become a member. You're going to join in a space, a dynamic space, into a collection of folks that are there to help you grow, lead, and connect, okay, for your journey. Now, what are you going to receive? You're going to have access to exclusive growth opportunities. So this is like the themes, the monthly themes. There'll be a few challenges within those themes. I'll have guests that come in and talk about specific topics, share their expertise. There'll be pathways for your own learning. If you want to go, there'll be additional resources in there that if you want to read more or go deeper into a topic. Let's just say I'm doing something on emotional intelligence in the theme. So the theme is one thing, but within that theme, your EQ is so important within that theme, and you want to go beyond and read deeper. There'll be a whole collection of resources for you to be able to go into and look at and read to further your depth of study. So it's no different than, hey, you see something on Instagram or TikTok and whatever, and you read a little bit about it, and that's cool. But you go, hey, I'm curious, I want to know more. And so then you open up and you go a little further and you buy a book or you do something. Hey, there's going to be tools like that for you to be able to do. And once again, they're not going to cost you more money. They're going to be the live events that we'll have. So there'll be, I'll have leadership experts. I'll have different experts that'll come on, and I'll let you guys know when you're in the community that these are the things that we're doing. And there'll be fellow members that I may have a spotlight with a fellow member that's doing something awesome, because we're going to grow and learn and cheer one another on. You're going to have this practical advice in there. You're going to have the motivation to help you apply what you learn. So you're going to get live events to inspire and motivate you. Okay. What else? There again, and I'm going to bring this up again, but that curated library of resources is going to be there. So the things that are must reads, podcast things, not just my podcast, but other podcasts that I believe are going to be valuable. And then other tools that I find that are going to be useful and helpful to you that have shelf life, not trendy crap. I'm not into trendy stuff. I'm into stuff that works. I'm into the regular thing. Like if the whole world went and electronics died, everything died, you have to go back to simple machines like a pulley. Okay. If you couldn't use your computer, it's like notebook and pen. So listen, I love the conveniences, but sometimes what we need are just the basic tools. And those are the things that I'm going to be providing on the regular. And then you're going to have within here in this membership, engaging community spaces. And then, of course, there are going to be challenges and accountability partners and partnership that you'll be able to have. So what are you going to get? Access to exclusive growth opportunities, live events and to inspire and motivate, curated library of resources, and then you're going to be able to have engaging community spaces that will be within the community app, different things. So we may have our leadership section, people get together and talk in there. It could be around building a new business. There are going to be all these neat little spaces that you can hop in and out of where people will have separate conversations about. Then there's challenges in accountability partners, right? So those are the things that you're going to be able to have. So here's what I want you to think of it as. Imagine if you were at like wherever you live. So think about a central location, whatever a central location is. If there's ever like a big festival in the fall and there's all these food choices. So imagine that, we're not going to have that many food choices, but imagine you get to go there and you get to choose, or let's just say there's 6 theaters with 6 different styles of music. And you may not even care about 5 of the other styles, but just one. Know that you can go in there. And then there'll be other people in the community that may like 3 other styles of music, and they get into those other rooms, but then come over to the room that you like. This is what you're going to be able to do. But no matter what, in the middle of it is where we all gather. That is the common space. That is where we all gather. It's the all community. And then so we all learn together, but then we have these special interests that we're able to go into. It's that simple. So why would you choose this community? Well, it's because you're ready to grow and you need space that supports your journey. And you need people. You need people to go along with you. Why else would you join the community? Because the best things in life are worth the climb. And you're going to have people to climb with you. And the best things worth having, they're up the hill. And you can't go uphill with downhill habits. And easy good will never get you there, but hard best will. And also because real transformation, life change and transformation happens when you're inspired and surrounded by others who will challenge you. People who will speak inspirationally to your aspirations, people who will invest in you. So by joining this community, you gain not only the resources to grow, but also the relationships that will help the climb meaningful for you. So I'm encouraging you, if you're looking to become a part of the membership or become a part of a community and become a member of the Uphill community, I want to welcome you. I want to say, as you're listening to this podcast, take the time to think about it, but don't wait too long. It's real simple. How do you get there? If you simply put in your URL in your browser, members.uphillcommunity.network. That's it. members.uphillcommunity.network. You will be able to find the Uphill community and get on that list and be ready to go. December 1st, it opens. January 1 is when we kick everything off. And if you say, what will you be paying for when you join the community? You will have membership to the Uphill community, access to all of the community engagement. You will be a part of all announcements, any live events. You will you'll see the guidelines of what we're going to do. You're going to be able to see how the network works when you pay for this, like how it works. You'll be able to meet the team. You'll be able to engage in what I call office hours with me. These are the weekly touch points that I'll have and with other guests that I may have. They're going to be pain points that we talk through whenever we're working on a theme. What's not working, we'll be doing that. You'll have access to that. You'll be involved in any of the questions and polls that are going to help us develop and grow things. There are going to be challenges that we put together. And then also you're going to be a part of building that community and that's going to be I think the big part that is going to be of the most value. You're investing in yourself as you're going to be able to invest into other people. It's people magic. It's working with other people to do extraordinary things together. People that want clarity, who want to raise their standards, who want to embrace their call to and for more, who believe that if it's worth having, it's uphill, and who will not at all do easy good. Instead, they choose the hard best. So, wow, that's a lot. And I'm hoping that you will consider, again, if you don't join the Uphill community, I hope that you will consider joining a community somewhere, because it is so true that life change happens best in community. And life is better in community, especially when there's one where the community is aligned. And if you're that person and you're listening and you're always learning, you want a whole person focus. You want to do things stronger with other people. You want to get things done. You want your big dreams to be celebrated and welcomed and built. You want to be a person that keeps climbing and continuous improvement. You want real talk with that kindness and grace so you can have those conversations. You want to step into fresh ideas. You want to learn with purpose on purpose. And you want to choose that uphill path of doing the hard best to get the very best. Then join the Uphill community. So thanks for listening. Thank you for your time. And I look forward to seeing you in the community. So until next time, we'll talk soon.